What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 4 of Around the World Live, the series where I build a team from every league, and it's going to be the highest rated team from every league, which is going to be quite interesting because there are a few leagues that have really low ratings overall, things like the Irish League and other leagues like that, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. In the last episode I sort of just riffed what I was going to say and I just went with it and saw what happened. It's going to be a bit more focused this time, but there's still going to be a bit more conversation, I guess, with you, because I think that's a bit funner, really. And that's the sort of thing I'd like to get out to you, is how I'm feeling about the current situation in whatever's going on, whether it be real football or FIFA. But we go into this match against this guy who's got a really nice team, bar one player. Really sweaty team as well, mind you. It's got like Silvestre and Ogbonna. And then he's got Giovinco, Muriel and Palacio in attack, who we all know are very, very, very good players. But we tried our best. He got a chance here and buried it away in the first 15 minutes with Sebastian Giovinco. And remember that this is our second team. It's not the first team. It's not the team that I would like to be playing with, but it's the team that I have to play with because of fitness and things like that. But hopefully you'll see that we actually get a full team going fairly soon. And he keeps attacking. Palacio finds Luis Muriel, and it's fairly straightforward from then. He doesn't need to do much to get past my players, just sort of turning and things like that, and he puts it away on the weak foot. And Muriel got pretty good weak foot, but I'm not going to be using him in this series on the basis that he's not the highest rated striker in the league. That, I believe, is Di Natale, if I'm right. In any case, we're going to focus on this team, and he puts in a really bad challenge here and gets a second yellow card and a red card for Matias Silvestre, which is pretty good for me. It gives me an opportunity to get back. Unfortunately, though, that's not what happens. Giovinco gets the ball to Marchisio, who takes a shot and smashes it in the 61st minute to make it 3-0. And the match, to be honest, doesn't go particularly well. But Nori here getting a chance, playing it to Nkobo. He finds Nori again, and Nori's looking to get it into the box, and he finds Nkobo there, who puts it away and makes it 3-1. And again, when you're in that, 69th minute, pretty close to the end of the match, but there's still a good chance that you could get back into it. And I did try to pick up the ball, but it wouldn't let me. Of course, I didn't get that comeback that I wanted, which is a bit of a shame, but you can see the stats here. It was fairly even. Shooting-wise, I wasn't as accurate as him, but I had a bit more possession, so I really felt that I could have done something in that match. But we do go into the next match with this team. First, we're going to put I think actually we don't go into the match with this team. No, we go in with our first team, the Liga Adelante squad, and we put in a centre-back who is McKecken, who's got the least Uruguayan-sounding name I've ever seen. But it sort of happens. Sorry if you heard that. That's my Facebook going off. And it's a really good attacking set of players, to be honest. I think that this is the sort of team that I'd like to build. And you've got people like Marcos Senna who are very underrated in this game, who people don't really expect to be that good. But they turn out to be solid buys because even though they don't have pace, they have a lot of other benefits to their game. And we do come up against this team, which is another very sweaty team. But again, it's the sort of thing that I guess you have to deal with when you're playing Ultimate Team against people who have full goal teams. They're going to be quite sweaty. But Thomas Pina here with some excellent running, and Manu Del Moro with the first goal in the 28th minute to make it 1-0. And he's a really good player, Manu Del Moro. And I'd really recommend him, even if it's not a Liga Adelante side. As a Spanish side, he's a great centre forward, holds up the ball really well and whatnot. This guy does get a chance here, and it's cleared off the line by my player, which is pretty good. And all of a sudden I realised that he was going to be off with Walcott, and Walcott is a surprisingly good finisher. And unfortunately for me, that happened. But you'll find out why I said Walcott is a really good finisher later on in the game. I get the ball here, and I do give it away to Tiote. Tiote now sets off Javier Hernandez. And Hernandez there, just a very simple finish, but instead he decides to sweat it across to Fernando Torres, which is quite annoying when they do that, when it's just so easy to score without doing anything. He does get another shot right at the end, but it doesn't really work out for him, and the match ends 2-1, which is a bit unfortunate. and McEachran actually gets sent off in the 78th minute, which made it a bit more difficult for me. But that sort of thing happens. Again, it's FIFA really. And you see that we've got 2 games left. We're 9 points. We're going to get promoted, but I want to be the champion here. We signed Juan Pablo in goal just to beef up that goalkeeping setup, and also because Choi has run out of contracts. So I quick sell Choi in goal, and I also bring in this guy, which is Yago Buzo, who's a centre back, and he's just there to fill up the gap until I get the main guy, which is going to be Melberg. And I can't send McEachran into the trade pile, so I just keep him in the club, put him on the bench, and let him build up his fitness. Not fitness, get rid of that red card, because once they're on the bench or reserves for one match, that red card disappears, and I can sell him after that. So we don't have any more players left in our squad, in our club, which isn't too much of a problem, because we've got one more game until we get quite a good coin bonus. But I do end up playing a 3rd game just because I didn't want to end this episode with 2 losses and not getting into Division 1 yet. I see this guy has a Marseille badge, and I'm like, I'm not going to do that. So I find another match, and we get this game, which is, well, I guess you'll see that the match I play in this one is going to be quite an interesting match. And it's against this guy who's not got any good kit, so I'm assuming that he's bad, and luckily for me, he is, except for the fact that he's got a 9 Chem Di Natale and Mauro Zarate in centre forward, which makes it quite difficult, really. But I'm guessing that he started off a new account and bought in one player. But what a great goal that is from Marcos Senna in the 13th minute. A great finish from quite a good distance. Oh, well, not distance, but more of an angle than I usually score from, and it was a good volley as well. And here in the 22nd minute, Bruno finds Giuseppe Rossi, who sets off Manu Del Moral. He's not really going to miss, and I had a feeling that this guy wasn't going to keep his keeper out for too long, so I didn't chip him. Instead, the near post finish is always going to go in as long as the keeper's quite deep. If he comes out, you're not going to score in the near post. It's very straightforward. And then Jonathan de Guzman here gets the ball, plays it up to Bruno, and Bruno, with a good bit of dribbling here, finds Thomas Pina, and Pina with a wonderful strike to put it away in the 29th minute, make it 3-0. And it's a beautiful goal, that as well. I really, really enjoyed that. I was so shocked when he managed to score that, because he's not the sort of player he'd expect to score. He's not got good shooting. I think he's like in the 50s or something. But we do get the ball here with Rossi. He makes a really big mistake with his defender. And Rossi again with the near post finish, 42nd minute. Guys, the goalkeeper was just outside his 60-yard box, which is the perfect position, because he's in no man's land really to approach a near post finish. And luckily he rage quits at that point. And so we win the match, 57% possession, 9 shots, 6 on target, and 4 goals. It was a fantastic game for me. I really enjoyed that, and it means that I win the division with 1 game to go. A pretty bad record, to be honest. Well, 4 wins, 5 losses, which is hugely embarrassing, but we luckily managed to get the win there, and I don't care, I'm really happy with that. But the episode is going to end actually really soon. I think I do end up buying 1 or 2 more players, but regardless of that, I'm really enjoying this series. It's a lot of fun to actually make these videos, because they are, it's something I've never done before. And Laura here, I'm going to buy this guy Laura. He's got 4 seconds left on his trade, and he ends up getting expired. I do buy him for 600 coins, so he's discard price player, but my god, is this guy amazing. And he's got a lot of pace on him, so unfortunately though, EA doesn't really allow me to do anything because they're idiots like that. But the episode is going to end. He is in my squad, and we're going to be in Division 4 next episode, so I will see you guys all next time. Peace out.